Hey, thank you so much for joining me.
No worries. Hey Tash, how's it going?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, really good, thank you.
Amazing, amazing. So, I might just hand it over to you, and I'd love for you to tell us a little bit about who you are, where you're from, how long you've been in this business, and what your life was like before this business.
Yeah, okay, no worries. I'd love to. So, yeah, I am a rural mum of two, and before stepping into this space, I worked in the mining industry for just under 17 years. So,
Wow.
I got into mining because it was the safe bet, right? Like, I was going to earn big bucks, set myself up for the future. So, when kids came along, I'd really have that spaciousness and time with them. But as we all know, life and bills and everything like that just keeps piling on top, and you don't actually really get ahead. And yeah, 17 years later, that's where I still remained. It was comfortable. Me and my husband kind of worked on the same crew. We would spend our time at work, which was full on, massive hours. Then we would, go home and have our little time on our small place. And yeah, we were kind of really in a comfort zone. And yeah, everything shifted when we decided that we, would want kids. And, our first little boy came along, and that just meant that me and my husband had to start working back to back. And yeah, there was a real realization when we were doing that, that this is not the life I wanted to live. This is not the life I wanted to, live when my kids, like, basically we were working, like, raising our son as single parents. He would do his swing, and I'd be home with Chase, and then vice versa. And it just was like, this is not it. Like, this is not how I'm going to continue motherhood. Like, I have to find another way. So, like normal, because I didn't realize the online space was even a possibility for me, I was like, okay, I'll go get a job on a farm, or I'll go get a job in town, or
Mm,
something like that. But all this, like, I realized, like, it was the same outcome. Like, when he was at home, I would still have to be off to work. So I was like, no, that's not it. I have to
yeah.
find something else. And that's when I started looking. And when I started looking, I started seeing, just everyday people being able to make money online. And I was like, well, what is this? Like, I couldn't do that kind of thing. But yeah, I finally was like, okay, I'm going to look into this. And I sat down and watched a masterclass. And when I watched that masterclass, I was like, oh my gosh, like, this is incredible. Like, how did I not know this before? Like, but even though I saw the possibility, and I saw, what I could create, I could, really have that flexibility to, spend the time with my kids, step away from money. I got in my head, and I kind of talked myself out of it. I was like, it's a scam, it's not real,
Mm.
does people even do that? And anyway, so I just sat on the fence, and me and my husband continued to do back to back work. I was still struggling. I was going through a really hard time in motherhood, with the burnout. Yeah, I think it was not a good time in my life. And then I fell pregnant with my second, and I was 7.5 months pregnant with my daughter on a 12.5 hour night shift, rattling around in a machine. And I was like, I have to do something. I have the thing in my hand that can change things. Like, what am I doing? Like, I know my reality is, after I have my daughter, I'm going to be back, and then I will be juggling two kids. Like, how is this even possible? So that's when I was like, yep, I'm doing it. Like, as soon as my daughter, 3 months after my daughter was born, I dived in here, and everything shifted. Like, literally everything shifted from that point.
Wow. Wow. And how long have you been in the business now?
So I have been, like, fully here for about 3 years, just on 3 years now. So
Wow.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
So you really spoke into that turning point. So I really want to like share that. Thank you for this being so real because it is really hard as women. Like, we have a career and then all of a sudden we're moms and we've got to, try to be present as well as try to be present at work. And it's that juggle, but it's like, how do we find something that actually works with all of those things and creates the best version of us in every way, right? So you've talked about like a lot of really about before, but I'd love to know that, what's your life like now? Like, what are the changes, the impact over the last 3 years of being in this space and being in this business and having this vehicle and the products in your world? Like, yeah, what are some of those changes?
Where do I start? Like, it's huge. It's absolutely huge. What I've been able to. So I no longer work in mining. I have been able to step away from my full-time 17-year mining role.
Wow.
I have been able to, so my confidence as a woman, as a mum has grown. I could not even look at my face on camera. I could not talk on camera. I couldn't even walk into a room and feel like my voice could be heard. So that's when you're so in your shell, and then being able to actually step into a space where your word is like, it actually means something. People are listening, people are getting inspired. I can't I can't actually react. I don't even know, like say how much that can shift you. And like showing my kids, like I'm so like glad that I stepped in, because I was showing my kids to be that scared woman in the corner, right? Like that person that has no confidence, let people walk over them. And then now, like I'm showing my kids every day that you can step into your power. Yes, it's uncomfortable. Yes, I still, get shy, and but I am such a different person to the person that started here. I mum better. I have more time. I have more energy. Yes, motherhood is still chaotic. That hasn't changed, but it's just, yeah, like it gives you spaciousness to actually breathe, to actually be present. Because I think a lot of the time we can, like, I realized when I was working back to back, I can't even remember those years because it was so chaotic. Like,
Yeah,
those precious years with my son. So I have met so many incredible people. I've traveled so many places that I never thought. I've, traveled to Japan. I've gone on retreats. I've done so many things that the version of me would never even thought was possible, right? Like it just has opened up my world incredibly, and just so much.
oh, I love that. Like,
Yeah.
I'm getting so emotional with gratitude for you because honestly, like, this business really does change lives. And I think, like, yeah, I just want to shout it from the rooftop. Like, it's beautiful. I love that. Thank you. Thank you for sharing your testimony.
No.
So I have two last questions that I would really love to ask you is like, what are you most looking forward to, for yourself, and what are you excited for in this future with being in this online space and the changes and impact for you in that excitement for the future?
So what there's a lot of things I'm excited about the future, but probably two main things is that I'm working really hard to bring my husband home from the mining industry, because he has been now in the mining industry for 22 years. So we all know what the effects on the body of shift work, doing night shift,
Absolutely.
and yeah, and it's just something that, I have been able to free myself from that world, and just really working towards a path to be able to let him step back, let him, feel what I feel. So that's such a big goal. But the other thing that I get so excited about is actually making an impact to women just like myself, that were that scared, shy, unconfident people, and helping them and supporting them to step into this space and just seeing them shine, right? Because that is the most incredible gift. I've never been able to have something in my hands that is able to change people in such a big way. Previous to mining, I went to my job, I couldn't make any impact to anyone's life. It's just not the world where you can. But here I am supporting, incredible mums, and I see them starting to shine and become the better mum and have more spaciousness. And that's the biggest thing,
Absolutely.
like absolutely being able to, change other people's mindset and outlook and their confidence, and just, yeah, being able to be and watch that. That's the most. So yeah, just, I want that for more women. I want that for more mums. And yeah, I'm really excited to, be able to make that impact.
I love that. I love that. So this is my last question, and it's my most favorite.
Okay.
If you could offer a piece of advice to your past self just starting out, or to someone that's sitting on the fence around this opportunity, like what would you say to your past self or to that person that's sitting on the fence about wanting to get started?
Yeah, I love this question. So, yeah, basically, if you're in the grind, if you're stuck and you're thinking, you got that little thing in the back of your mind that there has to be another way. There absolutely is. There is a way, and you just need to go and find that way because without knowing what I know now, I can't even fathom if I was still stuck in that world, right? So you just need to find a way that works because there's other options out there. We grow up thinking that the job or the way everyone does it is the only way, and that's absolutely not what's available for everyone. So yeah, if you're interested to find out about how the online space can really shift things for you, make sure you reach out to Tash. She's an incredible woman. She'll be able to guide you in, finding out more and just finding out how this can absolutely change your life, like it has for myself, like I has for Tash. Like I've seen so many women's lives change from this vehicle, and it's just getting the information, just being brave enough to, to step into that and get the information.
Yeah, and like if you're sitting there, you've got questions that you want answered. So all it is just be use that God-given asset, curiosity, and get those questions answered. Like maybe this isn't the right vehicle, but choosing to stay stuck, choosing to stay confused is actually a decision. But if you choose to take action and in life, in whatever it is, and getting informed, like you can see what's possible for you. So, on that note, I'm going to round this up and I'm going to say thank you so much for joining me, Sarah. Thank you so much for sharing all your wisdom and your golden nuggets and sharing your testimony because, yeah, like hearing it from others, being able to see how much this has changed their life, let alone my own, like it's so powerful. And so, yeah, if you're wanting to learn more, reach out to myself or Sarah and yeah, get your questions answered, get informed, and see what is possible for you. Thank you again. See
No
you.
worries. Thanks, Tash. See you, mate.
Bye.